Hi there, this is Two Legs Better, and this is another episode about badminton. Badminton. All right. So in today's episode, I want to comment on some of the genius plays. The genius plays is basically something totally out of ordinary, right? It's unexpected. So, but why did those things happen? Is it because the player that who played it is so brilliant, or because the other player just made a mistake, or both, right? I know it's yeah. I I try to justify why I make these videos, right? It's because last time I made the videos about the two Japanese female players, the women's doubles, and some people didn't really well, not everybody loved it, let's put it that way, right? Because it feels like I'm blaming the athletes and just focusing too much on their mistakes. That is not my intention, although it is what I'm doing, so I guess everything else is an excuse. But the reason I do that is not to say these are bad players, because the ones I pick generally are very, very good players. And they are world champions. They are like the top players in the world. The reason I do that is to show a point. It's in a way that even the top players can make mistakes like that. And the second is how did these mistakes happen, and what can we do to avoid that? And so I just hope the message, the real message from my videos can be can be appreciated rather than like, oh yeah, that guy come out and criticize others and things like that. It's definitely not my intention. And same as here for these genius plays. Let's take a look at these genius plays and let's see what happened here. Okay, let's see what we can learn from it. Okay, so this is a game between that is He Bingjiao, and she got a silver medal from Olympics, last Olympics. That's good enough. If she got a gold, and her whole life is totally set in China, but she got a silver, so which is not bad. Okay, so and now she can retire, and she had huge injuries in the last couple years, and I was like, it hurts watching her get down on the court, and she even got up after injury and still won some games. It was just painful to watch. So I'm extremely happy for her. I mean, He Bingjiao it's really great job, and this is one of her brilliant plays against Sindhu. And Sindhu is a world champion herself, so these are some of the top players, and that's Hindu. So let's take a look at that. Now let's first take a look at what happened.
Oh, love it.
Okay. So what? It's a lovely one. Yes, it is a lovely one. What happened was she changed a few things here. Now first, if you notice, well, this is not a complete rally, but if you see the rally before a couple shots before that, when it's a high lift, she basically put them in front of the net to lure Hindu to expect a net shot. So Hindu was totally expecting that, but that alone is not gonna do it. So remember my CER2 framework. CER2, that's choosing, that's choice, and execution, and follow up. Follow up is a different thing, not relevant in this case, but and choice is not relevant either, because you can choose to hit it there, but it doesn't mean you can fool your opponent, right? So that's execution. The execution is this. So let's take another look. So that's a high lift. Okay. Now, what happened was this. What happened was this. So you look at that. She's right here, and it was a a high lift to the corner, which is fine. So she's right there, and honestly, I would do a cross if I were Sindhu. I would probably do a cross. I would try probably, but it's a high, low percentage shot. But it can force your opponent to run. But she just lifted high there, but He Bingjiao is already there. So that gives her chance to get behind the shuttle, which is extremely important in any of the trick shots. You get in position, that gives you ample chances, ample time, ample chances to do things, and that also puts your opponent under pressure. You look at her, she's right here at the line, and she lifted really high. She needs to drop back, and she's worried about the straight behind, and also the straight here. So you can see this is 1, this is 3. 1 and 3 are great choices for He Bingjiao, right? But because she's moving this way, and 2 and 4 are not bad choices either. Now, how did she manage that? She managed to appear to be hitting a straight shot, and then at the last moment, change it to cross. How did she do that? Well, because when you play a smash or a half smash or a drop even, you go high, you run high, right? So you hit it at the moment when your body starts to fall. That's the moment you hit it. That's the perfect moment, okay? But if you can stay in the air a little bit longer, you can do it a little bit later, then your racket head can change directions. That's just a very, very subtle moment. But that subtle moment is long enough to lure Hindu to move forward. When her body, when she's engaged to the net shot, that's too late. It doesn't matter what she does after that, So let's take another look. See?
Love it.
I don't know if you can tell the subtle movement. The subtle movement is she's trying to cover here. She thought it was going to be a straight smash, something like that. But then she realized, oh, oops, it's that kind of moment. Okay, so this is a beautiful play. All right, now let's look at the next one.
What? Clear.
See that? Can you see that? So her body is dropping, and then just a little bit more hold to the wrist. It's risky. Okay, it's risky. You can't do that all the time because it's going to exert more effort, and the shot is not as high quality. But you pull it off from time to time, it can do wonders. That's just great play. That is a beautiful one. That's I think these are between two Japanese players and 2 Indonesian players. But how did this happen, right? How did this happen? That's our whole point of this video. How did it happen? Oh, that's our favorite Japanese. Well, whatever. Okay. Oh, that's Thailand. These 2 ladies are from Thailand. These 2 are the Japanese Japanese pair. I don't know which game this one is from. It's Malaysian Open or something? No, World Tour. Yeah, that's the Malaysian Open. I don't know which year though. Now here's the thing. How did it happen, right? For doubles play, like I said, you maintain pressure, you help each other, right? So what happens is this: it's a drop shot. It's a drop shot from the back of the court to the front of the court, and then she tried to help. She tried to intercept, and by the way, this is also kind of interesting. I wonder if she saw that, if she saw her moving back, she could just drop it. let me show you what I mean.
That is.
Yeah, before that. You see that? You see that one? So before she lifted across. Okay. Before she lifted across, and she's already engaged to go to that corner. And if she, at the last second, change it to in front of the net. I know. It's, yeah, I'm watching on my chair, right? But the thing is, I think they can do it. It's just, it could be because of the wrist skills. It's just some people can do that. Some players can do that, I suppose. So, and that interception is it's not really. I don't know. I wouldn't advise that actually, because yeah, the whole thing is it's a woman's double. It's a woman's double. It's a little bit slower. I would, if the drop is a little bit faster, then she protect the net. But here's the thing: if she go for the net, and then behind her is she can go cross the court for the shot behind. So that would be a different dynamic. But this way, she moves forward, and she has no choice but to go forward, and then they are rotating, right? So, and that to me is why this empty space happened. You see that? Okay. So when she goes for it, and she goes forward to protect that, and now it's like an attacking position. But in badminton, there are some cardinal rules. For one is, don't go backward unless you have to, because you go forward, your body helps you to generate power. You go backward, your body takes away your power. I know you still have a lot of power because those are strong athletes, but you go backward, you put yourself in a worse position than you could. So whenever you have a chance to let your opponent, let your partner go forward, let them go forward. You don't, well, so she dropped it in front of the net. That's okay drop. And then, so that's the rotation, right? So one girl forward, the other girl goes backward. So now, this is the interesting thing. Look at that. Now, the smash is a cross-court smash. Generally, you want to stretch right in between the two players, right in between, to cause confusion, because these two are both are right-hand players. So you want to create a confusion, so to delay their response, right? It actually did create a little bit confusion. Look at the racket. She actually kind of tried to get it, and this is a forehand. Of course, it's clearly forehand. Now, when you're attacking, and if you're the front court player, now you have a dilemma, because it's a cross court smash. Do you protect the cross, or do you protect the net? And she chose to go to protect the cross. And look at her. Their names slipped in my mind. They are pretty girls. I'm supposed to remember. I don't know. Look at her feet work. Her feet. She is clearly prepared to keep attacking from the back. Okay? So she was expecting her partner in front of her to stay at the net. But, she doesn't know. She couldn't see behind her. So she thought, okay, you did a cross smash, and I'm supposed to help the cross. So she started to move back. Now that confusion, see that? You see both of them, both Japanese players moving to that corner, and that make this part a huge empty space, and that's a beautiful shot. It is a beautiful shot, and you look at that, you look at her, she's brilliant, she's very good. So she sees your opponent moving, you just move your wrist a little bit. Just move. I don't know. Can you see it? Just move your wait a little bit and move your wrist. Move you're receiving, right? Move it. Just wait a little bit, and then change the angle a little bit, and it's all good. Anywho, now let's look at the next one. Look at that. Smash
The
cross,
shot of the match, so.
and both of them are going to the corner.
Yeah, even gets the thumbs up
Look at that.
from Victor Axelsen.
This is Zhou Tiancheng against Victor Axelsen. Zhou Tiancheng is brilliant. You know, he can do a lot of things very, very well. It's he just doesn't do it all the time, but you know, when he does, it's just brilliant. But the thing is, Victor moved back. Victor was moving back prematurely. That is an invitation for, you know, if it's Zhou Tiancheng, if it's Anthony Ginting or Jonathan Christie or Shi Yuqi, you know, a lot of players, a lot of top players, Victor Sun, a lot of the top players can do that. So
now luck becomes a significantly bigger part of it.
I don't know about this, but well, I choose not to comment on that. That's Wang Chang from China. This is Victor Sun. Ooh, beautiful. You see that one? It's Shi Yuqi was really, he thought it was going to be a cross court, so he's just center of gravity engaged. It's I don't know. I think it's clearly execution issue on Shi Yuqi's part. I think Shi Yuqi had a tendency not to engage until it's late. Yeah, that's okay. But for Victor's son, he saw that, he just changed his wrist and then just flick it, you know, and it's classic move there, so it's no surprise. But very beautiful. See that? Little hole. Shoot again. Oh yeah, another one, right? Another one. She moved prematurely, not really moved. He just was, you know, committed to that, and body starts to. It's just a low, yeah. Some people play. When you get ready, you need to lower your center of gravity. Okay, but some people choose to do it early, like Lin Dan. What Lin Dan does is Lin Dan lower the gravity, center of gravity, before the opponent hits the shuttle. So you already lower there. You're waiting, and you raise it in reaction to the hit, to opponent's hit. But for players like Shi Yuqi, his center of gravity is very high. Just standing there watching is almost like casually standing there and watching. And when he sees the hit of the shuttle, he lower and then go. It's like the same motion. Lower your center of gravity and go. Lower and go. But that is, you make a decision when you lower your center of gravity. But if that is wrong, you can't change it. It's difficult to change. You can, but it will be late. That's exactly what happened here. See that again.
Try to look at this in slow motion. Complete.
See the little hop? See the little hop? The little hop, when your feet, both of your feet above the ground, you can't change. You really can't change. This is, I said it many times, this is why I don't like the little hop.
Wrong footing.
And again.
Oh, yeah.
That is magnificent! Where on earth did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly a beautiful shot. Okay, it caught Chen Yufei totally off guard. Yeah, Akane Yamaguchi made a great play. She was under tremendous pressure there, and she took the shuttle very, very late off the ground. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's just leave it at that.
Welcome to Wix Heart.
Okay. Okay, that's an advertisement. So the thing about these is those great plays, you can debate, you know, who was it a great play or was it a fault? The last one, it was a great play cross court, right? But if Chen Yufei was ready for it, didn't move prematurely, she could still get it. But but that's also kind of like life, right? Afterwards, when you look at that, it's like, yeah, if you, well, life doesn't work that way. When you have a chance, you grab it and you get the point, you win. The results are the only thing that really matters in this world. It's just that if we could see that and learn it, and that would be beneficial for us, right? Oh. This is the craziness of this lady, An Se-young. An Se-young, why is she like unbeatable at the moment? Because she doesn't make mistakes. She does everything by the book. Everything is just brilliant. Okay, let's look at that. She's holding her ground. She doesn't do the little hop. Oh yeah, you see that? Why did she do the last one? Why did she change it? Because she was forcing Akane Yamaguchi to the corner. So Akane Yamaguchi was forced to this corner. So the previous several shots were to the right-hand corner there for Akane Yamaguchi. So made Akane once get, psychologically, mentally get ready for that. And look at where she is. She's like closer to the shuttle, but also getting ready to protect the empty side. So that's just brilliant. And now look at that. When Akane Yamaguchi showed the intention to move back, and An Se-young just changed, wait a little bit longer, and changed the wrist a little bit, a little flick of the wrist and finger, that did the trick. See? Oh. See? It's still a brilliant shot. It's really a brilliant shot. Even if it's a normal shot, it will be difficult to retrieve. But it's just a brilliant anticipation. This is definitely both from a choice and execution perspective. They are great.
That's sensational.
Look at that. Look. Oh, you can't see Akane. Akane. The way the racket was moving, it feels like she's going to do that again, do that lift to the back corner again. And this is yeah, who is this guy? This is I can't see. And oh yeah, the internet.
There it is again.
Look at her. Look at him. Look at him. He's laughing. He's oh man, my God, what's his name? Is it not Angus? Angus is Galong. I actually saw him. He plays in my gym when I was in Hong Kong playing. So, and very, very pleasant guy, very, very, very nice guy, and you know, you would like it, you know, if you have a chance to interact with him. And that's Ginting, Anthony Ginting. And this is another case. Just when you play against the Ginting, you can't really move prematurely. If you show a hint of moving one way, he's going to change to a different way. See that? Just a little bit hold. When you show your body moving backward, it's a forward one. So. Oh yeah, this is Shi Yuqi getting back from Kento Momota. Yeah, Shi Yuqi is an interesting character. The way he plays, when he's on, he's on. He can be, you know, he can be Lin Dan, he can be the best of them. When he's not on, he's not on. I'll talk about why some people can beat Lin Dan more often than others and cannot beat. See, Lin Dan and Li Chongwei, there are different ways of beating these two players. They are both top players, but if you want to beat either one of them, you need different things.
Service over.
Oh yeah, this is Lin Dan. This is Lin Dan. This is Ren Tianming from Vietnam. Ren Tianming, he's brilliant. I think he got third place or fourth place in World Championship. That's the best any Vietnamese players ever gotten, and I like the way he plays. You know, he's full dedication. He's really leave everything on the court, but his playing style, he tend to hit the shadow behind him a lot, the overhead, the high shadows, and that made limits the shot reactions, the shot selections, and also make the trajectories a little bit flatter and slower. And that's why he had so many difficulties against the players like Lin Dan. Lin Dan is just you need, if you want to beat Lin Dan, you need to be fast. You need to be like Victor Axelsen or Chen Long. Chen Long, it depends, but for Victor Axelsen, at his best, you cover the whole court. You don't react to anything Lin Dan does, all the fakes, all the hand and fingers. You just cover everything. You just fast. You just smash, and you have a chance. But for Ren Tianming, he cannot do that. He cannot do that. What he does is he's going to drag you into the deep sand. You know, you're going to drown and he's going to survive. Well, sometimes he drowns first, but you know, because he's strong. You know, it's basically a competition of stamina. Let's see who survives. And Lin Dan doesn't do that because Lin Dan is too fast. And this is a beautiful case because Lin Dan was already there and waiting and did a cross court. And it's a beautiful shot. This is a great shot. Okay. See that? Oh. So there are a few things on Ren Tianming's part. For one is he didn't do the follow up before the previous shot. His follow up wasn't there. When you don't have the follow-up, you are late in the game. You are late in position, and you are more prone to deceptions or change of shots. And Lin Dan was just there watching. And see that again, you know. Lin Dan basically just go there and put the shuttle there, put the racket there, waiting the shuttle at the same time watching him. And are you moving? Are you moving? If you don't, I'm going to drop it right in front of me. And if you move forward, I'm going to do something different. It's as simple as that.
Well, there's one of the skills you've just been alluding to.
You see that? You see the Ren Tianming's movement after that, after the previous shot. It wasn't fast enough.
Yes. Yeah, that's really well played.
Oh yeah. That is just a great shot. Okay, it's simply a great shot. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. If I comment, I'm going to infuriate some people because those Malaysian players, they are darlings right now, and these two are Chinese players. But that's just a brilliant shot. It's really a brilliant shot. It's almost impeccable, both defense and offense. When you have that happen, it's very difficult to defend. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Colonial. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's Polly. Yeah. You forcing your opponent. That's Leon Day. Okay, so this is a Leon Day. I don't know who is this girl though. So basically, that shot forces the girl to move back. I don't know why she moves back though. She could stay her ground and then go forward and then just drop it in front of the net, right? Because Polly is here, and Sukumolio looks like he probably will go back. Just drop it back in front of the net, right? But it's so fast. It's very hard to make a good judgment on that. So see where she is. She's way back on the court, so she had to put it in front of the net, and therefore she cannot go over to cover that. And the Leon Day is right here, and he's the man, so he had to go up and help the net, right? So it looks like, because that's where Polly is, so it looks like it's going to be a drop around here or maybe even here. So Leon Day just go forward. When you go forward, you leave an empty space on this side. So a little bit hold, and body one side, and the shot to the other side. That's a beautiful shot.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a great shot too. A little bit over the net. That's a great shot. Oh, that's 带进小戴. Yeah, look at her hand and wrist. Look at that.
Here we saw the exact same thing done this time by Tyson.
Look at that.
Rather
Look at
than
that.
going cross court.
Look at that. When you can raise your racket like that, and it gives you so many options, because you can go down, you can lift. And even if you don't go down, you still go up, you still have a lot of options. You can use your finger to change the face of the racket, the rotation of the racket head, and you can use your wrist to change the direction. So that's why it's like Intano in this case is totally stranded, because she's like, okay, it looks like she's going to do a net shot. I have to protect the net shot, because that's like you have to, right? But then this is the open side. I have to protect my open side too, right? So in her mind, she's like, okay, do I go forward? Do I go there? I need to get ready for both. And then it was behind her. It's a beautiful shot. Xiaodai was really, really fun to watch.
Well, he seems to be getting a lot more
That's
value from Junhao by playing to the backhand side.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful one. That's from Zhiyong. Yeah, that's a beautiful one. That's purely racket skill. That's purely racket skill. It's like you move up. It's like a forehand push. You change it to backhand, and it's still a forehand grip actually. but you change to backhand, and then you just use your thumb to flick a little bit, and then it changes direction. That's a beautiful shot. Oh, Liang Junhao. Sorry, it's Liang Junhao. Yeah.
That's another point.
Look at that. Look at that. You see how sudden the last movement is. You need your whole body. You need your whole body, and then you can have the little flip. Okay. Yeah. I need to find a place to do some, to show some of the things I want to show. Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm trying. So we'll see.
That's his signature shot. Does that very well. Sadly not in.
Service over, 19-12.
Oh, Li Chunyu. Yeah, that's the Hong Kong player I was talking about. You know, Li Chunyu. Yeah, he's like, oh, what?
The most important thing.
Oh, that's Liang. This is a two-time Olympic gold medalist, Liang. Liang and Wang Qilin. That's Wang Qilin, the big guy. And Liang is brilliant. Liang is brilliant. Liang is one of the best players, maybe ever. Maybe ever. If you list 5 of the best players ever played double, male, I mean, he probably would be in top 5. Well, at least the top 10. At least top 10. He's just brilliant. But I think he suffered a lot of minor injuries in his career. So that's why he didn't really play that much on the tour. But he performed brilliantly in 2 of the Olympics. He got 2 gold medalists for that. And some of the plays he did, it was brilliant. You know, I'd love to have a chance to do his games, you know. But you know, this is just brilliant. He's great. He's really great.
They need to do this. They need to
here
win.
and now. Yeah.
They need to get through this match.
That is something he does. That is something he does. He does something under pressure. You know, when he's under pressure, he can pull off some things that really, really unexpected. And against the Astrod and Rasmussen from Denmark. This is I want to point out a few things here. For one is, okay, you look at that. So he lifted really high. Well, not really high, because part of that is because the Denmark players, they're too tall. They're just. Look at that. Look at where the feet are. That's Rasmussen. Look at the feet. So it's not a really high lift. It's not a really good lift, to be honest with you. And they have a clear attacking position. And look at the defensive position. Wang Qilin was there to help, but also limits Liang's space. You know, I would think if Wang Qilin is slightly to his left, it will leave a little bit more space for Liang to operate. But because Liang was moving backward, Liang was here and moving backward, so Wang Qilin was there to help, being a good partner, you know, being a good partner there to help and support. So let's look at that. So when look at that. Actually, Wang Qilin's body was moving that way, moving out of the way to give space for Liang, and that's beautiful partnership. These two have a beautiful partnership. Wang Qilin has another current player. That is another player that's super strong, super fast, but they still are working together, you know, trying to find the rhythm between these two. You know, in this case, it's a few things to mention. One is that look how open the space is. Okay, so it's not a choosing issue. The choice is easy. Now, so it's clearly an execution issue. You can see Liang's racket. The racket face is facing up, which means the smash is not very steep. If the smash is steep, you know, if the smash is steep to the ground, then Liang wouldn't be able to do this. But because the smash is high, but in this case, a high smash is actually could be desirable, because a high smash is basically to the two shoulders, to the shoulders of both defensive players. So it might be a good choice. But then that's the chance. You do the forehand grip, but use a backhand flip. So look at that.
It needs to get through this match.
Oh yeah.
You know,
So
there's
you
all
see
that
that?
pressure.
You see that? Body moving back and then smash it, and then the angle. The angle is the timing. It's just it's a beautiful one. It's just
But whilst
lovely.
knowing that, also, it's just a game of badminton.
He's apologizing. This is so typical Asian. Why you apologize for a great shot? It's a great shot. There's nothing to apologize for. He's like, I apologize for being better than you.
Yes.
Doesn't mean it. How did he get that back?
Is it joking turn? No. Oh yes. Oh, whoa, wow. That's a pure execution brilliance. It's because Naraoka is known for a lot of clear and you know, just a lot of clear on the court. So I think Shi Yuqi totally didn't expect this, and he was expecting. And I want you to pay attention to how Naraoka executed this shot. It's overhead shot. It looks like it's going to be a cross clear. It's going to be a cross clear. That's how Shi Yuqi saw it. Shi Yuqi engaged, was committed to that, and then had to change, and that caught him off balance. So let's take another look. Look at that. So just. Oh yeah, there's also a slip on the court. So it's not just because he was off balance. It's also because of the court. So, but anyway, it's a brilliant play nonetheless.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that's against Lin Dan. Yeah. This is totally unorthodox shot because Ren Tianming was totally facing the other way, and Lin Dan was thinking it looks like a straight, but then the racket changed at the last moment. Lin Dan was like, what the?
Just landed in. What a shot from
I think it was an intended smash. Turned out to be a good.
Intended smash. Even the was it Frost? Marcel Frost? The commentator said it was intended to be a smash. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he changed his mind at the last moment. But whatever it is, it's Lin Dan was totally caught off guard. Oh wow! What about this one? You know, is it a choice? Is it a execution issue? I think it's an execution issue. It's because both of the Indian players goes to the net. These two Indian players, they are also good, very good. They are two of the top double players in the past decade. And they are both good at almost everything. They're good at smash. They're good at the net. But the problem is, it's hard. They do not always have a clear role differential. Sometimes they are confused who should go forward, who should stay back. And this is one of the cases. Okay. Let's see. You see? What happened was this. So it's a smash. it's a smash in between them, and look how close they are to each other. It's male players. This is this is crowded, really crowded. And then I think that's Shetty. Shetty use forehand, but in the backhand position to do the shot, and the shot was cross drop in front of the net, which is a good choice because you can see Wang Chang is here. Wang Chang is here because Wang Chang is going to protect here. So if you drop it in front of the net here, it's going to be trouble. And because part of that is because Venkitesh is blocking this, so Shetty cannot do full stretch using the forehand to lift it really high. But then when that drop, now that's the confusion begins. If you are like many other top pairs, if it's the Chinese pair here, and that is Liang Weikeng, and his smash is one of the top in the world. Maybe maybe ever. He's one of the top. I'm not saying he is the top, so don't argue with me on that. So excuse me. So Liang Weikeng is clearly a backcourt player, and Wang Chang is clearly a frontcourt player. So if it's them, if it's a drop in there, they will know who goes to the net, who will stay back. But for the two Indian players, I think Venkitesh stayed behind a little bit more, but it's a cross. So he decided to go for it. But Shetty, when he made that shot, he was already committed to try to go forward. That's why two players both go to the net. You see that? And Wang Chang saw that. And just flip it over the head of these two. These are two giants. It's not an easy shot to make at all. See that? Both players go
Oh, clever.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
That's a brilliant shot.
What great awareness.
Ooh, yeah.
My goodness.
Let
That's
them
a little
hold and
moment
flip.
of magic
That's Peter
from
Gay's shot.
Wodoyo.
Peter Gay, Li Chongwei, they do that all the time. Are you thinking? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa, that was something. Ginting actually succeeded because Shi Yiqi was moving back, but Shi Yiqi was able to pick it up from the floor. And what can I say? These are the great athletes in the world, so they can recover. This is sports, right? This is sports. Sports is that everybody tries their best, and you win in many different ways. And my personal favorite is efficiency. You use the best way, you conserve the most energy, you maximize your opportunity, and then you can win because you're basically in a better position than your opponent to win. That's people like Lin Dan, like Li Chongwei. They can do that, and then they can extend their athletic career. They can play into their, late 30s, maybe 40s, like Peter Gay. They can do that. But there are other players. They basically use their physical attributes, physical talent. I'm just faster and stronger. I don't care making mistakes. I can change it.